Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of the Civ 5 tutorial series. This episode is on luxuries and happiness. So what is a luxury resource? It's basically any resource that when you work it, it will give you happiness. Like salt, when improved it says it will give you 4 happiness. I just made a mistake there. You don't even need to work it. You just need to improve it with a worker. And gold is another luxury resources. More salt and gold. So those are what luxury resources are. Marble, more gold. Cotton is one. So those are luxury resources and gems. If they don't give you happiness, like fish, they only give you like food or production, or food again with sheep and food with cattle, more food production. Then they're what's called a bonus resource, and if they don't don't give you any of those, like iron, horses, or later on coal and uranium, they're called strategic resources. Horses are also strategic resources. Actually, they do give you production, but they're used in different ways. They're not used to get happiness. They're put in a different category of strategic resources. So when, let's say, here's a good example, I have 2 salt, meaning when you can read there, 1 worked by city, 1 food, 1 gold. So I'm getting 2 gold and 2 food, but I'm not getting 4 happiness. It doesn't stack. So I have 2 salt, but only 4 happiness. Kind of a waste, isn't it? So that's why you need to trade with another civilization. So if you go to diplomacy and the diplomacy overview, you could see everyone's luxury resources. I can see Japan, Oda Nobunaga, has a fur and a wine, and then you can just see what everyone's got. So let's say, since no one has it, I'll just pretend. Let's say Korea here, they have 2 cotton. Let's say they have 2 cotton and I have 2 of my salt. They're getting 4 happiness from 2 and I'm getting 4 happiness from 2. What we could do is trade 1 cotton for 1 salt, and then we will both get 8 happiness and we'll have 1 of each. That's what you need for happiness, variety of luxury resources. And with happiness, what it does is quite simply stop your empire from being unhappy. So when your empire is unhappy, your cities will grow really, really slowly. Your food will be, I think, it will go down to 25%. So your cities will grow really, really slowly. And if you get even more unhappiness, your cities will start to generate rebels in their borders, and they're basically barbarians, just not spawned from camps, just spawned from like -20 on happiness. Happiness is also contributed to this number here, and that's the number to the next golden age. So whatever number you have for your happiness, let's say 8, that's added to here. So 8 added on per turn until it gets to 500, and then I'll have a golden age. And once you're in a golden age, if you read there, every tile in your empire that produces at least 1 gold produces 1 extra. That includes these, so we'll get 2 gold for 1 salt. Then you could read the rest. Cities gain +20 production, empire-wide, which means all your cities, not just your capital. And also culture is increased by 20%. It's not really on the topic, but I thought I would mention it. Great people, like Joseph Conrad, the great artist. Great people, what they can do, they can start golden ages, but they can also build improvements themselves, and those improvements have their own buffs and everything. But how do you get great people? Well, here you'll see your specialist buildings, and then you build buildings with production. There are some certain ones that are specialist ones, and then they can house a specialist. Like if I click this button, I will put in a merchant, and he's a specialist. And then you can see that once I have a merchant, I'll have +2 gold, and also +3 of that little diamond sort of thing, and that means +3 towards a great merchant. So now I have +5 points towards a great merchant, and when I get a great merchant, when it fills up, he'll spawn in here. And what great merchants do, they go on to trade missions in city-states, and then you get a lot of money from that. Which leads me very nicely onto my next thing, city-states. City-states, they're just here, they don't really aim to win the game. They're just here for either diplomacy or, you don't know this, but as Korea did, for just capturing Milan, and Cape Town was a city-state, as you can see by the little, I don't know what to call it, Congress thing, I don't know. So yeah, city-states, you can be diplomatic with them. So here's the little bar, and you can either go friendly with them or really, really angry. They can be really, really angry with you. So what can you do with them? So here's their status, their type. This is a militaristic one, meaning when you're allies, they'll give you troops. A religious city-state like Jerusalem, when you're allies, it will give you faith. So yeah, what can you actually do with a city-state? Well, they have these quests for you. Some of them are simple, like clear out a barbarian encampment, get a lot of culture, or blah blah blah, and that's how you increase your friendship with it. And then you can, when you're allies, the entire world knows that you're allies, and they will give you a large amount of buffs. And then here's their trait, militaristic. They'll give you units, and then you have their personality. They might be hostile against you, I don't know. And then this is the interesting bit, resources. So when you're allies, it's as if you have their resources, so you won't get the bonus resources, but you'll get their luxuries. So you'll have 1 gold if you're friends with this Hanoi, and if you are allies with, let's say, Venice, you'll get an incense. So that's the resources. You can also bribe them to be your allies, like I just did. You can pledge to protect them, just what it says. You can ask for a tribute from them, so you can take money or enslave a worker, and you'll lose some influence with them, but you can easily bribe them back up again. You can declare war on them, or since this is a militaristic one, they spawn units to you, and if you just don't want it, you're getting paid too heavily for maintenance, you could just say stop it, resume it. So yeah, that was kind of the entire episode. It was kind of short now that I think about it. On trade and golden ages and happiness and everything. I'm just gonna, oh yeah, I forgot what, oh yeah, the main thing of the episode, I kind of forgot. But, no, I didn't forget because I'm doing it now. Anyway, click on a city of someone and you will see a nice animation and stuff, and they'll say some stuff in their own language. And then you have some options with them. You can declare war on them, which I do not want to do. You can trade with them. Now here's where you can say, okay, I want an incense from you and I'll give you a gem. And then you can just propose that. Or you could say, what will make this deal work? And as you can see, the only way I can get their incense if I supply all of these things, which I do not want to do. You can also have open borders, embassies, which means that you can just see their capital, not in the city screen, just you can see the area where they are. You can also trade strategic resources, gold per turn, if you're in debt. You can also ask if they want to declare war on people, or if they want to make peace. You can ask for a city from them, which isn't a good idea. So you can ask for all these things, and then you can demand something from them. They won't like you for this, but if they're really friendly, they might. I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin my relationship with Lord Sejong of Korea. You can discuss some things with them, like if you know someone's spying on them and you come to discuss, there'll be an option saying share intrigue, and then they'll like you for that. You can say don't settle cities near us, publicly denounce them. This will anger them, but you may earn the trust and friendship of his or her enemies, it says in the box. You can also say, shall we declare war against XYZ? And then if I say Attila, I must decline. They're probably never gonna, unless they're really angry with them as well. So my next episode, which again ties in quite nicely, is on war. I don't want to declare war. I guess I'll have to in the next episode, I guess. Anyway, that's this episode done. I'm recording the other 2 Civ 5 tutorial ones after each other, if you care. I doubt that you actually care. What am I doing? Bye.